Hey, what's going on, y'all? This your man, Pristine. Okay, so this is the rear camera for the Huawei P Smart 2019. Now, we have a dual camera setup back here. We've got a primary 13 megapixel sensor with a secondary 2 megapixel lens. Okay, all the bells and whistles on this camera, and I am extremely impressed with this camera overall. It has exceeded all of my expectations. Now, it's not really a surprise because it's Huawei. I feel like every Huawei device has always had really good cameras. And the fact that this is a $200 device, I'm pretty sure that one would be like, well, you know, you get what you pay for and you probably won't expect much from it. But trust me when I tell you, this camera, ladies and gentlemen, is on point. I've taken some unbelievable shots as I've displayed in the video, so I'm sure you guys have seen those by now. And so this is just some of the video here. You know, you've got all the bells and whistles. The only thing that this camera does not have, which I guess you can't really expect it to have because it is a budget device and they have to cut corners somewhere, is optical image stabilization. There's no optical image or electronic image stabilization. So definitely if you're recording and you're moving around with this phone, you definitely want to hold it tight with two hands or keep it on a gimbal or something like that to keep it steady. But as you can see, the quality overall, the way that things look, the color reproduction, the color accuracy, I mean, the way that the camera adjusts to the different lighting conditions from being inside of my car here where I've got this really dark limousine tint. You can't see inside of it. And when you're inside of it, you can barely see out of it. The windows are tinted so dark. And then how the camera adjusts to the lighting once I stepped out of the vehicle, and just look at all the crisp, sharp detail. It's just... It's just beyond me, man. I mean, so, you know, again, it's 2019. We're no longer living in those times where you have to spend a bunch of money to get top-end specs, top-end cameras on a smartphone. I mean, you could spend $200-300 and be completely straight. Okay, be completely straight. You know what I mean? Now, if you're like a cell phone enthusiast and you're just looking for top spec everything, then maybe this wouldn't work for you. You know, like me personally, like the gripes that I have with this phone is performance-wise, it's a little bit choppy. You know what I mean? And sometimes it kind of interferes. It's definitely noticeable. It doesn't stop me from doing what I'm trying to do with the phone. But when you're used to using phones like the OnePlus 6T, which I'm not comparing this, but I'm just saying when you're used to using devices like that, or, you know, the iPhone XR or something like that, where performance is buttery smooth, no stutter, no lag, no nothing, and then you experience those things, it's just kind of like, you know, yeah, you know what I mean? So that's really the only gripe that I've got with this phone. Aside from that, man, I mean, you know, it's a great buy, great value. You're still getting a lot for the money. Excellent, you know, build, the way the phone looks, the little teardrop notch at the top. I mean, it's gorgeous. And you've got a lot of camera features and functions to play with. We do not have 4K recording, but again, that too should not be expected from a $200 device. But again, for $200, everything that you're getting in this package is pretty solid, man. It's pretty good. I can definitely recommend it. Okay, definitely recommend it. All right, so let me know in the comments what you guys think about the rear dual camera system on the Huawei P Smart 2019. I'm going to flip the camera around. We're going to get some footage with the 8 megapixel selfie camera, and then I'm going to close the video out. All right, y'all. So this is the front-facing 8 megapixel selfie cam for the Huawei P Smart 2019. Now, as I mentioned, this is an 8 megapixel sensor. If you are over in Russia and other parts of the country, you're going to get a 16 megapixel sensor. I'm not really sure why they decided to, you know, up the megapixel count for the front-facing camera in other regions, but if you're in the States and you get this phone, then 8 megapixels is what you got. And it's a good one. I mean, you can go ahead and take a look. Just panning around, everything looks nice and clear. Now, to see the sky in the background, it's a little overexposed because of how bright it is, you know what I mean? So you kind of lose some detail, you know, in the backdrop. Then the sun is out as well, and so I'm sure, you know, that has a lot to do with it. The sun rays kind of interfere with the camera's ability to really adjust it, to provide those realistic colors. But I mean, as far as how I look and everything that's close to me, that the camera is able to pick up and really hone in on, things look nice. Things look nice and sharp and detailed. But just that background, like you can't tell, like to me right now, it looks like the sky is gray. It looks like there's an overcast, when in fact we've got clear skies and the sky is completely blue. You know what I mean? And so that was this is actually the first time that I've seen something like this on this camera. It's been pretty spot on and on point. It is an AI camera, and it's pretty amazing. I mean, just watching it make adjustments to with the color, depending on the environment that it's trying to guess that you're in. And usually it's pretty spot on. If I'm in a room, it'll do a good job. It'll tell you, like on the bottom, it'll say you're in a room. And you can see like the colors and everything adjusting. And then once it sets, you take that photo or that video and it's pretty much on point. Now, here we go. Now we can see the background is like blue in the background as far as the sky is concerned. I mean, so seems like it was kind of struggling a little bit just to kind of capture that when I was at that other angle. I think mainly because the sun was right behind me and it was just shining right on me. But now you can see things look much more natural. You can see the blue sky behind me. Things look good, man. Like I said, we don't have optical image or electronic image stabilization on this camera, so you're going to have to cuff it tight. You know what I mean? It's cuffing season, with this phone. But aside from that, ladies and gentlemen, everything is crystal clear, sharp, as it ought to be. This camera's a go, man. In my personal opinion, I'm impressed with this camera here on the Huawei P Smart 2019. Let me know what you guys think about it down below in the comments. If you like this video, you already know, hit that thumbs up button. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe to expose yourself to tons of more videos that I've done like this one. Definitely keep it locked because I've got so much more content to come. Hit that notification bell as well so that every time my videos go live, you'll get an update and you can be the first to check it out. And get down in the comments and let me know what you think about what you saw. Any questions, comments, or feedback that you have, I'll be sure to get back in contact with you guys through the YouTube app or in future videos. All right, so you guys already know, man. Keep it safe, get spiritually fit. 2019, we're definitely living in the last days. Nothing to be afraid of. Just submit your life over to Christ, and he got you. He'll meet you where you're at right now, no matter what you got going on. He's always ready to start over. You know what I mean? I ain't trying to preach. I'm just being real with you. You know what I'm saying? Keep it pristine in every aspect of your lives. I'll catch y'all in the next video. Peace.